Wireless gaming mice might be the new hotness in the gaming peripheral world, but wireless mechanical keyboards are still deep in their infancy. The fact that the Corsair K63 Wireless is only the second such peripheral from a major gaming hardware maker speaks volumes to the nascency of this field. Cherry on the go. Corsair's design language is pretty much set in stone at this point. All the familiar elements are here: black raised keycaps with an exposed backplate, and a blocky, almost aggressive typeface emblazoned on the keys. It's not my favorite look, and the K63 definitely lacks the panache of Corsair's more expensive models, like the K95, but it's inoffensive. And Corsair makes the most of the small space, packing a full suite of media keys onto a 10-keyless board without adding much to the footprint. Corsair claims up to 15 hours of battery life, though that's a bit optimistic in my experience. I'd say closer to 9 with the backlight all the way up. Corsair also throws around numbers like 75 hours with the backlight off, which isn't going to happen, period. Hard to imagine turning the illumination off though. It's actually my favorite feature on the K63, as most wireless keyboards eschew backlights specifically to extend battery life. Pairing is done by way of a USB dongle, and the connection is strong. Even in my signal-drenched San Francisco apartment, I never had any issues with latency. There's also a Bluetooth option and it seems stable enough, though I'd rather rely on the 2.4 GHz connection. Just don't lose the dongle. That's my biggest worry. It's a small, half-sized USB stick, and Corsair didn't build any custom housing into the K63. I guess the thinking is that most people will plug it into their PC and leave it forever, but for those with a more mobile lifestyle, the lack of a built-in storage space, maybe on the rear of the keyboard, is a missed opportunity. Nitpicks aside, it's a great keyboard. And it uses real Cherry MX switches. Corsair has limited the K63 to Cherry MX Reds, but even so that makes it a more attractive option than the cheap wireless rubber dome keyboards I've used in the past. The K63 feels like a proper desktop typing experience, just without the wires. Performance. As a mechanical gaming keyboard, the K63 Wireless has a lot to live up to, but it excels in all gaming scenarios without breaking a sweat. Mechanical keyboards aren't often wireless, and the reason for this is latency, the time it takes for the keyboard to communicate with the computer. The biggest praise I can pay the K63 Wireless, aside from it being cable-free, is that I'd never have known that this was any different to any other MX Red switched keyboard. Key presses register instantly, and I've never had any instances of lag, delay, or cutouts. For gaming, the K63 works like a charm, with the linear Cherry Red switch handling movement and actions with ease. Having a mechanical keyboard is a real boon for gaming, and while it won't turn you into an esports champion, it will certainly help your game. However, I have mixed feelings when it comes to typing. I've used linear switches for years without an issue, and the extra key travel improves the typing experience. Having said that, tactile brown and blue switches are widely regarded as better for typing, and it seems odd that Corsair doesn't currently offer the K63 Wireless in these flavors. Couch gaming at its best. We tested the K63 with its optional lapboard, and found it most conducive to slower-paced gaming experiences, such as Civilization VI, but the dividends tend to taper off with faster-paced games like Overwatch or PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. In a desktop setting, the K63 is a solid 10-keyless keyboard that performs similarly to the K65 RGB. Bottom line. There is nothing about the K63 Wireless that would make us lead you away from this keyboard. We like TKL keyboards anyways, and it did not take us long to get used to Cherry MX Red switches again. The K63 Wireless is well thought out, structurally sound, and will get the job done no matter how it is used.